Most little girls fall in love with horses. I fell in love with the stars. I fancied that I might become an astronomer. Once I got to college, however, I found that astronomy had more math than I could handle. I turned out to be a humanities kind of girl and went on to study drama and history. Which is a shame because astronomy is one of the few hard sciences in which women have long participated in advancing the frontiers of the field. In 1890, the Draper Catalogue of Stellar Spectra was published, containing observations for over 10,000 stars. This catalogue was the work of Henry Draper, a physician and amateur astronomer, and his wife, Mary Anna Draper. Following Henry Draper's death in 1882, Mary Anna Draper funded a continuation of their work through the Harvard College Observatory. The Drapers classified stars by their spectra. If one shines sunlight through a prism, one gets a spectrum. In 1814, the first high-precision prisms revealed dark lines in sunlight and in the spectra of the stars where certain elements in and around them had completely absorbed a particular wavelength. Angelo Secchi, head of the Vatican Observatory until 1878, realized that these spectra showed that the sun was a star and that the variety of stars was not infinite. He divided them into a small number of classes, labeled with Roman numerals. The Drapers used Secchi's classification system in their work. The publication of the Draper Catalogue was made possible by the director of the Harvard College Observatory, Edward Charles Pickering, and women were instrumental in this work. Pickering's wife, Elizabeth, recognized the sharp mind of their household maid, Wilhelmina Fleming. Edward Pickering was also impressed by Fleming's intellect and hired her for administrative work at the Harvard Observatory in 1879. 2 years later, Fleming became a full member of the observatory and was a founding member of an all-woman team of mathematicians known as the Harvard Computers. Fleming organized Draper's data into a fine-tuning of the Secchi classes. Where Secchi had used Roman numerals, Fleming introduced Latin letters A to Q. However, with so many classes, disagreement about how to apply them delayed the work. Annie Jump Cannon was an American suffragette born in 1863. An independent woman, she never married or had children. She joined the Harvard Computers in 1896 and resolved the classification issue. She selected spectra by their hydrogen absorption lines, which enabled her to reduce the number of spectral types to 7: O, B, A, F, G, K, and M. The letters are out of sequence, matching their spectral characteristics. For minor variations between the spectral types, she included the numerals 0 through 9. In 1925, based on Cannon's data, another woman, Cecilia Payne, proposed that stars were composed primarily of hydrogen and helium. She proposed this in her doctoral dissertation, which was the first astronomy doctorate earned at Harvard by a person of any gender. This daring assertion was dismissed at first. Astronomer Henry Norris Russell discouraged Payne from widely discussing her dissertation since it went against the common wisdom of the day. However, prolific astronomer Otto Struve described her work as the most brilliant dissertation ever written in astronomy. When, 4 years later, Russell's research led him to the same conclusion, he came around and thereafter cited Payne's work with admiration. Payne demonstrated that Cannon's O to M arrangement was a temperature sequence ranging from hottest to coolest. These days, fine-tuning stellar classification is largely a team effort, and those teams usually include women. In the last few decades, astronomers proposed the existence of dark objects larger than planets, but not big enough to sustain stellar fusion and shine by their own light. In 1975, astronomer Jill Tarter proposed these objects be named brown dwarfs. The name has stuck, and the existence of brown dwarfs has been confirmed. Brown dwarfs are found in a variety of sizes, and the spectral sequence arranged by Annie Jump Cannon has been extended to accommodate them. Beyond M, there are now classes L, T, and Y. The romance of other worlds and other suns has always been with me. In college, I minored in astronomy, and I still try to keep abreast of the latest discoveries. We have long surpassed the capabilities of the human eye, and machines aid our observations today. But when I look up into the sky, I think of those women from 100 years ago, peering through eyepieces at stars or squinting through magnifying lenses as they pored over photographed spectra. Their patient work opened a window on the universe for all of us.